In today's video, we're going to be talking about Spider-Punk. Not even a couple months ago, literally just like a month ago, I made a vote for a champion to get a beta showcase on the CCP beta, of course, for me hitting 10,000 subscribers. And we did vote on Spider-Punk, which is pretty cool. Honestly, of like the final three options, this guy was the one I wanted to do the most because he honestly is really strong. And after playing him so much in the beta, there's like a realistic chance that I'd rank for him on my own live server because I think he's really, really good. There's going to be a lot of BGs fights from the test map that you're going to see in the video, and to put a lot more emphasis on the BGs fights from the test map more than a lot of the other showcases I've done, because truly, this guy's a really versatile champion for BGs attack, and he's not necessarily the fastest BGs attacker, but at the same time, one of Spider-Punk's main things he's supposed to do is start with 150 crowd in BGs settings, which he can't do on the test map because it's not actually BGs. And of course, what the crowd does is it increases the potency of all your ruptures. So, in theory, all the damage that I'm doing on the beta server is actually going to be weaker than damage on the live server BGs because you don't get that extra 150 crowd at the start of the fight. So that is definitely a game changer for him. If you were playing on the live server, you're going to be experiencing a much different damage output than what you're seeing here. But even what you're going to see here is going to be really strong. So I'm looking forward to showing you guys all these fights, starting with Kindred here. And we're fighting Kindred because, one, he's a Spider-Verse tagged champion, so he gets extra pause duration against Kindred than most other champs. You're going to get like a 14-second pause when you do the special counter move, which is really good because then you can pretty much get Kindred to die and go to his root phase before he hits the 30 charges he needs to enter Outbreak immediately. And I took a little bit of a combo there because I just messed up at the end, but it would be really, really healthy if I didn't. So here we're fighting Enchantress. This is a pretty simple one. I really like characters with counter evade against Enchantress because what you can do is use the counter evade on their dash attack, and it's going to count as an intercept if you catch their dash attack with it. So it's really cool. Like you're going to see here, I'm going to go ahead and parry her medium dash, and it's going to remove her orange spell, which is awesome. So I dropped the special 2 here with only 100 crowd, which, mind you, would have been 250 if we were playing in BGs. And then I'm going to go ahead and combo Enchantress and hopefully get her down. I thought I'd have the Relic when I finished my combo there, so technically she could have thrown the special into my block, but luckily for me, she decided not to, so did not have to deal with that. Next fight's going to be against Nico Minoru, and Spider-Punk doesn't really have any way to counter her, but one cool thing we can do in this fight is utilize the fact that we can get a bunch of crowd from dexing her special 1 because there's so many projectiles. So we do need to wait out buff immunity, and we do need to try to not let her place it back with a special 2. But other than that, it's pretty simple. I'm going to let her drop it there, and then we're going to dex and get a bunch of crowd from that. And yeah, we'll just hit her in her invisibility phase so that it goes on cooldown. And then I'm going to go ahead and parry right here. Get some more crowd. I don't know if I bait another special 1. I'm going to anti-bait and try to just see if I can get her to die before she gets to 3 bars. We'll see if that's possible. I believe she just drops a special on my blocks, making it definitely impossible, but it's whatever. So she at least gets a rupture on it for getting back-to-back special 1s, so that's not that bad. And then we'll go ahead and do a combo here and finish her off. I believe the fight was like 60 seconds, 66 seconds, close to that, 62, okay. And then we're going to go fight Sasquatch now, which is the biggest health pool in the game, of course, so we'll see how fast Spider-Punk can do this one. I believe I got like an early Wrath trigger in this fight, which definitely made the fight faster, but still, Spider-Punk's really nice for Sasquatch. You get that really easy dex and a special 1, which is going to give you more crowd. and you just want him spamming specials very fast in general. In fact, if this fight had Mystic Dispersion on it, it might be even faster, because you want them spamming special attacks if you're an Awakened Spider-Punk, so they're just getting punished and getting ruptured every time their special attack ends, as long as it's the same as the last one they threw. I really like the mechanic. It's also built as a taunt, which you'll see come into play a bit later on in the showcase when we go to some fights where that taunt matters more. But yeah, it's really fun. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with my heavy, and then he's going to drop right here during his special 2. And that's Sasquatch down in 47 seconds. So we'll move on to a different class now. We're going to go fight Deathless Thanos. I really like using Punk for Thanos. Any champs with like Energize or Power Gain or just getting specials faster is going to be good for Spider-Punk, because again, you want them spamming that special attack, because then you're going to punish them with a Rupture, which is really nice. So we're going to go ahead and just get Thanos spamming those special ones. And then once I replicate an Encore passive, we're going to go ahead and place Rupture and just let the Ruptures do the work. Once protection happens, it'll be a little bit annoying, but I don't need to worry about like my special attack getting caught by protection, because most of my damage is in red. So I'm going to drop my special 2 here. It's going to push Thanos close to his second protection threshold, then he goes into it. And I need to go ahead and refresh my physical vulnerabilities here. And he's just ticking away. Like you can see, his health bar is going down very fast. The fact that he's spamming those special attacks helps a lot, because then you're getting more ruptures from it. And we just need to go ahead and finish the final 17% he has as quickly as we can. So I'm going to do a heavy attack here. He drops a special 1, and then I believe he just dies from a medium attack. So yeah, simple fight there, and really fast for a non-Mystic taking Thanos, honestly. 66 seconds is not bad at all. And I really like him for that matchup. He's just very good for champs who are spamming their special attacks. And here's another example of an energized champion in Solvark. I really liked him for Solvark too. You just get him spamming those special ones, and it's pretty chill. Spider-Punk is all physical damage, so you don't need to worry about his regeneration or getting more core charge and stuff from it. You just need to focus on getting him spamming those special ones, keeping your physical vulnerabilities up, and letting the ruptures just melt him down. Of course, getting crowd as fast as you can. So his armor is a little bit annoying, because even though like a lot of your damage is in rupture, like the damage on your basics is not that bad with the physical vulnerabilities. You can at least squeeze a decent bit out of it. And of course, like the special 2 is, I think that's physical damage, even though it looks like an energy beam kind of with the music note, but I believe it is physical damaging. I keep getting hit by a special now, because I just decided now would be a good time to stop being able to dex it properly, I guess. But then we use a special 1 and he goes down. If you're wondering what the special 1 does, it just ends the ruptures early and causes the damage that you didn't get to see from the ruptures to be bursted from the special attack. It's not that useful, honestly. I very rarely ever use it. And I wouldn't advise you try to use it, because it's just not that good. So now we're going to go fight Sentinel, a champion with power reserve mechanics, so the fact that he's just spamming special 1s is pretty great. Physical damage, especially from Rupture, is not something that Sentinel can reduce the damage from, so I can just go ahead and do this. He's just going to get armor rating and crit resist, and I don't really need to worry about the armor or crit resist, because who cares when I'm playing a champion who just wants to Rupture. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my special 2, and we're going to get the special 2 minigame done completely right, and I'll go ahead, push him to another special 1, keep him spamming those special 1s. Honestly, in this fight, it makes sense if you want to get his analysis charges up fast, because you want to get his power reserve more strong. So it made sense if you wanted to do that. I don't think I did, but yeah. Now we're going to go fight Zola, a really good one for Spider-Punk. I believe you get the heavy punish even if you can't stun him. But yeah, we can just stun him to be able to make it easier. But I've sent Punk to stun immune Zolas before in War, and he's very good for it. He can still do the heavy punish. It might depend on spacing, but generally it's pretty easy for him. So here I'm just going to get Zola spam special 1s. Energized character just means, once again, Punk is going to take advantage of the fact that they're getting specials faster and punish them with his Encore passives, placing Ruptures. If you're wondering about Spider-Punk's Sig ability, like do you need it, I'd say yes, and ideally as high Sig as possible, because you're getting a lot of damage from those Encore passives, making the opponent want to drop their specials more often, and punishing them with a Rupture when they do so. It is very strong, very good damage, and dude, again, later on in the fight, I just start misdexing specials, but whatever, he drops in 56 seconds, which is pretty nice. Now we're going to go fight Yondu. Something we haven't even talked about yet is that Spider-Punk is a Rupture immune champion. Very rare immunity still, and we can use it against Yondu here because low-key Yondu as a defender now kind of sucks to fight. He just ruptures you if you ever block him, so one, Spider-Punk not blocking a lot because of his counter evade is really great, but even if you do, like you saw me parry special 1 there, instead I'm just going to get an armor break on me, which is not nearly as bad as getting a bunch of rupture damage in my block. So yeah, if like you're fighting a Yondu and you're playing a champion who doesn't have like a bunch of anti-block stuff in their offensive kit, he can definitely be annoying, but not with Spider-Punk. So I'm going to go ahead and build the 2 bars. I might hold my special 2 just to get the stifle off of me, but I don't believe I end up doing that. Which I just would have waited because I didn't want the weakness on me, but we get it anyway, but it doesn't really matter because as you can see, Yondu's just gone. So yeah, pretty nice fight there. 55 seconds against Yondu. Now we'll go fight some mutants. We're fighting Onslaught first. Very good Onslaught counter. He gives you a lot of special attack hits to Dex, which is great because you're building crowd faster that way. He's not metal, of course, which is also great. And I just need him to be spamming those special 1s, which is pretty easy. And he'll be wanting to drop them even more once I get those Encores active, which is great against Onslaught because sometimes this guy's just obnoxiously stingy with a special attack and they'll drop it when you least expect it, and you eat a lot of damage from it. With Spider-Punk, it's a lot more predictable, which is really nice. And we can absorb the willpower healing from the Crush because we're not metal and we're not worried about getting daunted. Or I guess the metal doesn't really have anything to do with that, but we're not going to get any daunted on us, especially with the fact that we're doing counter evades constantly. So, and the Onslaught's going to drop right here, and that's an Onslaught completely cooked. So we're going to go fight Jean Grey next, which he's fun for Jean Grey. You get a lot of opportunities to get special dexes just with the way your animations work. Furthermore, you just want to be letting her drop the special 1s as often as possible, which is easier with the Encore. This fight doesn't have an equity because it's a test map, which would make the fight a lot longer. Maybe not a lot longer, but definitely longer for sure if an equity was in play. So, but also, like, this fight isn't in BGs where we'd start with 150 crowd, so it kind of evens out. In all reality, this fight's probably pretty accurate as to what it would look like on a live server, maybe even a little bit faster on the live server, because, yeah, not having that 150 crowd at the start does matter a lot. Changes a little bit of how my playstyle would work, but either way, yeah, this guy is just going to punish our special here, and then I'm going to keep feeding those ruptures. The Delirium is a little bit annoying because of invert controls, and also mainly my combat power rate reduction makes it worse, but yeah, we just keep punishing our special 1s and we're still placing ruptures, so it's really not that bad. Finally get to another special 2, and then she's dead. So I believe that was all the BGs fights I had, or test map fights, whatever you want to call them. Nope, I have one more. This is against a 1.8 million health Sasquatch. To show you his damage in a bit of a longer fight. He's rupture immune too, so if I get hit by Sasquatch, that's also fun that we don't get ruptured. So, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and build to his special 3 first in this fight, and the reason his special 3 is nice is because it permanently increases the duration of all of your ruptures in the fight by 25%, which is nice. It also places 3 ruptures, so you're not really losing out on a lot of damage. Like, if you wanted to go for the special 2, which places 4, you're getting that 25% increase, so at the end of the day, it's better. So, it also gives you a bunch of crowd as well. If you nail the minigame, I think it gives you 150 crowd, but it is based on the minigame. Like, if you get a higher score in the minigame, which I got in the middle, it gives you more and more crowd. But, yeah, we hit 300 there. He dropped a special 2, which is annoying because I want him spamming special 1s in this fight for my encores, but it's fine. We can get them reset kind of right here. And if he's in Wrath, then the fact that he's just dropping specials for cheaper is pretty nice for us because we want him spamming them. So I'm just going to bait 1 right there. We're going to slowly build up to 2 bars again. Refresh my physical vulnerability because they were about to fall off. And then I'm going to go for another medium into a heavy. And he's going to drop a special 1. Perfect. Get an intercept there. Get the evade back into a special 2. And then we do up, down, down. And we get the perfect bonus for another rupture. And this guy's just melting down. It's 1.8 million health, so it does look a little bit slower, of course. But I'm just going to go ahead and refresh my physical vulnerabilities and keep baiting his special 1s, and he's just about going to die. Like, we're getting close to another special 2 as well. He's going to get a little regen, doesn't really matter. And then special 2 dropped, down, up, he's gone. So yeah, pretty chill fights, just under 2 minutes for almost 2 million health, ain't bad at all. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the Grandmaster's Gauntlet now, where we're going to go fight Vision. So this Vision has Surging Vengeance, which is a node where they only activate their special attacks in order of 1, 2, and 3. However, if you use taunt mechanics, you can get around that. And of course, we can use both the taunt from the heavy attack and the encore mechanic to get him spamming special 1s instead, which is great, because then we can just use all of our damage to just punish those special 1s instead, and we don't need to worry about him going red and us not being able to deal with it. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a heavy here. He's going to drop another special 1. We're going to bait his special 1 once more. I get hit by it because game lagged right when I was trying to dex it and punish it, because awesome, but it just delays the inevitable. Delays us getting to the special 2 a little bit. Not a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and punish it. And then, of course, special 2, down, up, and then he's just going to start melting from these ruptures. Get him to drop another special 1, punish it, another rupture, perfect. Get him to drop another special 1, punish it, rupture, perfect. Oh, I thought he was going to drop 1 there. That's where it is. And then, once more, special 1, punish it, rupture, perfect. And then we go ahead and just drop the special 1 to kill some time. Honestly, it didn't save me any time. Special 1 sucks. I don't know why you'd ever use it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish the fights, and it's just over a minute, which is pretty nice. Next up, we're going to fight the Dragon Man in the Gauntlet, and this one, he's got stun immunity, he's got Aspect of Evo, so he's going to be getting physical resistance over time, but at the same time, we can remove a lot of that because of the physical vulnerabilities, which is pretty nice. So it's just about managing his power gain a bit and hopefully him dropping as soon as possible. But again, the fact that he's getting bars of power faster is nice because we can get him to get ruptured faster. It's a little bit annoying that he's getting physical resist over time as well, but also, yeah, just spamming special attacks is always good for Spider-Punk. So I'm going to go ahead and bait his special 1 once again. I'm not going to always immediately remove the power gain, just to squeeze a little bit out of it before it goes away. Get him to bars of power faster, once again, like I said. And then we'll go ahead and just keep baiting those special 1s. We're close to my special 2, which is going to start doing a massive amount of damage. Boom, boom, boom. And that's 6 ruptures right there, and we're just going to continue to let him just tick down slowly. Retaliate with my heavy to keep those physical vulnerabilities active. And he's about to drop just a little bit more. He wanted to be a little stingy at the end, but it doesn't matter because he's dead. So, and that was with a little bit of crowd carried over from taking the Vision earlier, which is nice too. So now we're going to go fight Mojo, a champion with also physical resistance from a node. This is a little bit of a 40% addition to it, and also it's got the Staggering Beauty node, which is a little annoying because it means that Mojo can just automatically stagger my Dex buff, which I think would trigger a degen if he's in anti-life mode. But if you use the Spidey 99 relic, there's a rune that lets you be immune to Dex, which would be good here, I think. So that's helpful. But yeah, you're not going to be using it to help with the help with the hater buffs he's going to place on you, because it's only for the dex buff. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and retaliate here with my special 2. And that physical vulnerability is going to cut into the physical resist node quite a bit, which is pretty nice. He's at 4 prompts completed, but I'm not too worried about it. We're just going to build up to another special 1, special 2, and that's going to be basically it. He gave me the whole block prompt, which is easy to not complete, which is nice. Except I literally complete it. But it's during his special 1 animation, so the Encores reduce his attack rating by a lot, so that degen did barely any damage because it was during the special 1 animation when it triggered, which is nice. Now we're going to go fight Labyrinth Starlord just to see a bit of a even longer fight rotation. It's kind of similar to Sasquatch, but we don't have class advantage in this one, and we're starting from 0 crowd, so it's a little bit different. Should you take Spider-Punk to like Necropolis health pools? Probably not. Like, I tried it, and it just didn't seem like enough damage. Like, he just doesn't seem to have the kit of a long form content damage dealer, which is fine, because he's so good for short fight content. But I did try it, and it just didn't feel amazing. But I don't think this fight felt that bad. We'll see what the duration looks like at the end, but I don't think it was awful. I believe I go for a special 3 early in this fight. I might just spam special 2s, but we'll see as well. No, I am going to go for a special 3, which is what I'm supposed to. So, good choice. I do get it too early, so I don't get extra crowd immediately, but I still get 100, so not bad at all. And then just keep baiting his special 1s, which is going to place a Rupture at the end, which is nice. And it's not that bad. I'm going to go ahead and catch him with the Intercept, which is going to place the physical vulnerability, of course, and just heavy spam. And honestly, it's just going to be a lot of heavy spamming, honestly, because I'm just going to do that to make it faster, where he's getting 2 bars of power faster, I'm getting bars of power faster, kind of exactly how we want it to be. Going to drop a special 2 here, get the prompts done, and just bait and dex his special 1, and just keep doing that. Go for a heavy right here to place the taunt, to refresh my physical vulnerabilities. It's also refreshing the one from the relic, which is cool. It's not very potent, I don't believe, but it's there, which is nice. Gonna go ahead and dex and punish his special 1 once again, and then we're gonna go for the heavy charge. Oh, it doesn't refresh the one from the relic. Never mind, I thought it would. But still, the one from the relic isn't nothing. It's something that you should definitely run. I'd say it's probably the best relic for him. Maybe there's a stat cast that's a bit better, like the Morbius one, but I kind of doubt it. I'm fairly confident that even like a 4-star Spidey 99, which is the one I'm running, is going to put a lot of work in for you, because that utility of being buff immune on the dex is not bad, because he doesn't have any anti-mystic or anti-buff abilities in his kit. He doesn't really need to, but it's nice that you can give him that from the relic. So yeah, we're just continuing to punch him, continuing to let him get ruptured down. It's not that bad. And I'm going to go ahead and drop a special 2 here, get some more ruptures going, and just keep baiting and punching those special 1s. Looks like my physical vulnerability is about to run away, so I do need to refresh them, and I couldn't in time, but I can go ahead and get a... Not getting it. He just walk up light attacked me. Okay. Get a intercept right there, though, into a second one, and then the vulnerabilities are back. So, not that big a deal. Gonna go ahead and bait and punish another special 1. Drop the relic, maybe, to place physical vulnerability? Nope, don't even do it. Don't really need to. Get all crits on the special 2. Don't really care, because you don't really care about the special 2 damage itself, but it's something. It doesn't feel that bad with the physical vulnerability debuffs, giving a bunch of extra damage to it. So he's going to drop a special 1, and then he'll be dead very shortly after. We just dropped my special 1. Probably a waste of time. I still don't know why you should ever use that special 1. It just doesn't make sense, but... Yeah, there's 3-minute and 20-second fight. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not amazing either, though. It's about 1,000,000 damage per minute, which could be worse. So now we're going to go fight this Sasquatch. This was on a node that's given them power gain and regen. The regen he's going to cover via Despair, of course. And then the power gain, it's like, oh, wow, he's spamming special attacks faster? Let's go. That's not bad at all. So I'm going to go ahead and dex and punish the special 1 there. And we'll go ahead and keep letting him drop it. I have to get him in the corner, and then he's going to periodically gain power gains, which are paused while he's in the corner, and unpaused while he's out of it. But we kind of want at least a little bit of them to stay paused, because, yeah, we do want him dropping those special attacks. I'm going to let them fall off a little bit, because it is getting a little bit out of control. But we're going to Dex and Punish there. Go ahead and drop my special 2. And I only have 1 physical vulnerability. I do need to fix that, but we'll get that pretty soon. If he goes into Wrath, he's going to want to be intercepted more anyway, which is going to help, which he does. And then I go ahead and get the Evade, which isn't going to stun him, but it is going to count as an intercept, which is nice. Go ahead and throw the throw the Heavy. Notice how the second hit didn't give him any power, because if the opponent is above a bar of power, the second hit of the Heavy doesn't gain any, which doesn't give them any, which is, you know, partially trying to help you be able to keep them spamming special ones, I think. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get an intercept, and then Sasquatch drops down right there. So yeah, a little bit of power gain, a little bit of regen, honestly helps Spider-Punk a little bit. So speaking of power gain, we're gonna fight Hyperion now, get him spamming those special ones, and it's gonna be a pretty fun time. Again, this guy doesn't have any power control, but he kind of makes it to where special spammers are really penalized by doing their special spamming, because he's just going to make it to where they're going to get ruptured faster. So yeah, we don't mind that at all. I don't even know if I get Hyperion into the corner that much, really, because yeah, he's dropping the special ones so consistently. Looks like I am going to eventually, but we just want to keep him dropping the special ones, which is fine because that's what he wants to do as well. And then I'm going to drop my special 2 when all is said and done. And we'll go ahead and do a bunch of damage from the special 2. But unfortunately, we're going to have to change my Encore to a special 2 because he gets to 2 bars of power. But go ahead and fix that with a Heavy right here, getting him dropping the special ones again, back to what we wanted. So, not that bad. So he drops 1, and then he drops another one, ruptures back. Perfect. And keep punishing it. You don't have to actually punish a special to place the rupture when their special attack ends. You just need to place the Encore, which always is going to happen because it's unaffected by ability accuracy reduction and stuff. Now we're going to fight Kindred on the same path. Kindred getting a power gain is not even that bad for us because we want him dropping those special attacks faster, because we want to be able to punish him more, so it's not bad at all. And yeah, we have extra crowd, so the damage is going to be pretty fun. We just need to keep him spamming those special attacks at the start. Getting a little bit of power gain is not bad, as I've said. It's also just going to place more ruptures, so not bad at all. Going to go ahead and bait and punish once again, and then I'm going to drop my special 2 maybe after one more bait and punish. And I need to go ahead and... Okay, I can't refresh them because he's stun immune, but I can at least get an intercept to place a new one. And then we have an Unstoppable, which is just letting us counterpunch a special one, which is fun. And yeah, he's just melting away, man. He's getting his health ticked down so fast. And then I'm going to go ahead and drop my special 1 once he's down in that 5% range. And he drops. So, not too bad at all. We're going to fight one more path in this video. This is going to be a Rupture Vulnerability lane, just for fun. Because, why not? We see him with 200% extra attack, because fun times. So, starting against MCoC right here with 0 crowd. Gonna go ahead and just intercept a bit to get the physical vulnerabilities. This also has a weapon node, which is disabled when I use a relic, and it's gonna place a 200% physical vulnerability on them as well, which just makes our damage go even higher, which is also pretty fun. I don't even think I used the relic until the 3rd fight, at least not to where you can really see the damage, but it'll be really fun once you can. And as you can see, like, the ruptures here are just ridiculous. I get hit somehow, but it's fine. And then, yeah, we just punish the special 1, place another rupture, and he's just gone. So, 41k medium. It's going to get even better as we move on. We're fighting Storm now, which has special attacks that we can dex pretty nice, which is even better. I'm going to go ahead and try to get an intercept off, get another evade off, place another physical vulnerability, and get some more crowd, because you do get 30 crowd whenever you evade, so whenever you have the opportunity, you should definitely do it. This has redlining, so we're getting to 2 bars of power faster, which is cool. And then I'm just going to go ahead and evade into my special 2, gain a little bit extra crowd, and boom, boom, boom. Look at that rupture damage. It's completely ridiculous. as you know, Rupture Vulnerability would go, and then Storm goes down, and we'll fight one more fight, which is going to be against Emma Frost. I read the note here just to quickly see, like, oh, yep, that's what happens. I disarm it with a relic, and I place a 200% physical vulnerability at the end, which is pretty nice. So, gonna go ahead and do some intercepts at the start. I believe she gets physical resistance when she's in diamond form, and the evade failing is a little bit annoying, but then we get rid of that. So, we push her to diamond again. So we dex her special 2, or special 1, and then I drop my special 2, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the relic, which is gonna place that like essentially physical vulnerability on her, and she's just taking away 62k medium. Pretty cool. And that's the fight, and that's the showcase. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this one. I'm really glad Spider-Punk won the votes because I had a lot of fun playing this guy on the beta, and I will maybe rank for him on the live server sooner or later. I could definitely see myself doing so, but only time will tell. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.